Hi everyone, welcome back to the Poe Center. My name is Alaina and we are here once again in our Dental Health Theater. Thank you guys so much for joining us for these past few weeks, and this is our last episode of our terrific Teeth Tuesdays with Delta Dental as we're closing out Oral Health Month, which is June. All right, so we have again with us today Marshall Molar. Give us a wave. All right, and we see Marshall and I are keeping our distance. Marshall has his mask on. We appreciate that, Marshall, completely. All right, so let's do a little bit of a recap. All right, today's our last lesson. I really want to know, you can say it in the comments, what you guys have learned this week, these past few weeks that we've been talking all about keeping our teeth healthy. But first, I thought it would be good to do a nice review of my plate, and that'll be a little bit of a preview of what we're going to be talking about today. All right, so if you remember, how many of our different food groups do we have on my plate? Let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5 different food groups for my plate. Let's talk a little bit about what each of those food groups do for our bodies. First one is our fruit group, or our red group. And this one, as you see, we have different fruits that count here for our fruit group. Fruits are really important because they give our bodies water. Our bodies are made up of over 70% of water. You remember I told you that in our first lesson. So we need to keep our bodies hydrated. Every time we eat fruits, we are keeping our bodies nice and hydrated. So that's our fruit group. Our next group here is our green group, or our vegetable group here. All right, and our vegetable group, we have a few different vegetables here. Our vegetable group is important because it gives our bodies vitamins. And vitamins are things that help to keep us from getting sick as much, and they help us to grow and develop the way our bodies need us to. So those two very important groups, giving us our vitamins that we need, our fruits and our vegetable group. Then we have our purple group, which is also our protein group. Our protein group is another one of those important food groups that we have here. You see here we have some meat options for our protein group, and we also have some non-meat options. And our protein group is important because it helps our nice and strong. All right, also helps our bodies when we get cut or we have and we need to heal. It helps our bodies to do that process, which is so important. Then we have our orange group, is our grain group, and we have some bread, we have some rice and bagels. And our bread group is our main group that we get lots of carbohydrates from, and those carbohydrates helps to give our bodies lots and lots of energy. All right, so every time we get our carbohydrates in, our grains, we're giving our body the energy that we need for us. All right, so all of those food groups right there so far are important, but there's one more food group that we have not talked about yet today, and that is our dairy group. All right, our dairy group, this is our blue group. Sometimes in our classes I call it our moo group, and this is the group that helps to give us something really important that we find, and it starts with a C. Any guesses on what you think that word may be that starts with a C? Calcium. Calcium. Every time we get our dairy group, and Marshall is excited about our calcium, every time we're eating our foods in our dairy group, our bodies are getting calcium. Now, calcium helps our bones and our teeth to be nice and strong. So it's something that's really important as we're going to be going along with our lesson today, talking about what's important, our calcium. All right, and we have some cheese in here, some yogurt, and some milk. All right, lots of different other foods that we can put in our dairy group as well. And there's also some other foods that we can get calcium from that are not in our dairy groups, but we're going to save that for a little bit later. We'll talk about that in just a bit. All right, now I want to know what you all remember from these past few weeks of our lessons and what we've been talking about. So Marshall, can you help me out? Let's head over and let's do a little recap. All right. You all remember we've seen Mr. Big Mouth. Welcome back. This is Mr. Big Mouth here in our Dental Health Theater. I wonder if you remember our magic number when it comes to taking care of our teeth. Any guesses? Marshall, what do you think? What do you think that magic number is? 2. Very good. 2 is the magic number when it comes to taking care of our teeth. So we want to make sure that we are brushing at least 2 times a day, all right, for 2 minutes. That's another important thing. And you remember last week we talked about visiting the dentist. So we want to make sure when we visit the dentist, we're going at least 2 times a year, all right? And if you remember, when we've been talking about keeping our teeth clean, few important things that we always want to remember when we're brushing our teeth, all right? First things first, though, when we brush our teeth, what do we need? Toothpaste, very good. And if you remember, Miss Jordan had talked about not a lot, just a dot. So just a dot of that toothpaste is all we need, just a little bitty dot. All right, and then we want to brush our teeth. We want to make sure we get all of those surfaces in our mouth, all right? All of those surfaces where germs and plaque can be, all right? We talked about cavities and sugar building up on our teeth. We want to make sure that we're getting all of those different surfaces. And then there was something else that we can do when, after we finish brushing our teeth, to help to get in between our teeth to make sure that we're getting those places that are hard to reach with the toothbrush. Wonder what that is. Do you remember? Flossing, okay? Flossing. So, of course, Mr. Big Mouth he has a big mouth, so we have to use a big piece of floss. But remember, flossing is something that we want to do at least 1 time a day. And flossing is something that helps to keep our teeth nice and healthy and get in those hard to reach places. All right? So brushing and flossing our teeth every single day is important. And then for our lesson today, let's talk about one other way that we can keep our teeth nice and healthy. And that is by making sure that we are aware of the foods that we are eating and our snacks. So Marshall, I really need your help on this one. Let's head over and let's talk about ways to keep our teeth healthy with the foods that we are eating. All right, so if you remember in our first lesson when we talked about those sugary drinks, all right, sugary drinks, those are the ones that we know we like to have. We like to have our sodas, we like to have our sugary drinks, but those are some things that we might not want to have every day, every time. So today I have a basket of food with me, all right? And generally in our classes, we pretend that we are going on a grocery store hunt. And in this grocery store hunt today, we specifically want to know what are the foods that are going to be healthy foods for our teeth, some good options, and then what are the foods that are not the best options for our teeth. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have in our basket. And we have some other friends who are here to help us out. So first, we have this happy tooth here. We call him Happy Hal. Everybody say, hey, Happy Hal. Yeah. And then we have another tooth here. This tooth is called Sad Sal. All right, so Sad Sal is already starting to form a little bit of a cavity over here. All right, maybe not making the best choices, but these are our friends that are going to help us to figure out what those foods that might be best, good choices for our teeth. So let's take a look at all of the things that we have in this basket. Our first one that we have here is yogurt. Yogurt. Now, Marshall, what do you think about yogurt? Do we think that is a healthy choice for our teeth or not the best everyday choice for our teeth? What do we think? Marshall's giving me the thumbs up. Yes. All right, yogurt, that's something that we find in our dairy group. So we're going to put that in our Happy Hal. So that means we're going to get that C word again, calcium, from our yogurt. All right, awesome job there. What else do we have in here? What about a cookie? Chocolate chip cookie. Could be a fun snack. What do you think about this one? A Happy Hal snack for us or a not the best everyday choice for us? Yes. All right. Marshall gave me a not today. All right. So this is not the best choice for every day. Chocolate chip cookie snack that we might decide to have or a dessert, but we're going to put that in our Sad Sal basket for today. Another one that we have, an apple. What about this? An apple. Apple's a fruit. All right. Do we think that might be good everyday choice or not so good everyday choice? Oh yeah, Marshall's getting really excited about that. Yes, our apple is something that would be put in our Happy Hal. that is a healthy fruit, a healthy snack. Sometimes those healthy, crunchy fruits and vegetables are good for keeping our teeth nice and healthy. All right, another one that we have, let's see what you guys think. Well, let's go back to our soda. All right, remember we had talked about rethinking our drink. This is a soda here, a grape soda. What do we think about this one? As a sugary drink, do we think that's a good everyday choice or a not the best everyday choice? What do you think? Ooh, Marshall said no. Yes, that is correct. We'll put that on Sad Sal. All right. So that may be something that we have every now and then, but we know for our teeth, we don't want that every single day. Next one we have here, this is orange juice. And have you ever seen on your orange juices, sometimes the package may say that it is fortified with calcium or vitamin D. All right, so let's pretend that this orange juice has calcium in it. What do we think about this one? Orange juice with vitamin C and calcium, what do we think? Yes, that is a thumbs up there. All right, this is going to go with our Happy Hal as well. That orange juice is something, especially one of the things we want to look for with our juices anyways, is 100% fruit. That any of that sugar that we're getting is only coming from that fruit and nothing else. All right, another food that we have here, broccoli. How many of you like broccoli? Be honest, I love broccoli. Yes. All right, now broccoli, what about this one? Even if it's not our favorite, do we think this one is an everyday choice or a not the best everyday choice? Broccoli. Yes. All right, Marshall agrees with me. Broccoli. Now, broccoli is one of those foods that we find in our vegetable food group, but this broccoli and broccoli in our vegetable food groups is something that we get calcium from. So if we are trying to get our calcium from another food group that's not dairy for whatever reasons, we can get calcium from things like broccoli, spinach, any of our dark leafy greens are something that we can get calcium from. So we're definitely going to put that in our Happy Hal section. All right, I got another one for you. Fruit snacks. Fruit snacks. These are tasty and sticky. What do we think about fruit snacks, Marshall? Healthy everyday choice, not so healthy everyday choice. Fruit snacks, yeah. Fruit snacks, I know. These are fun, they taste good, they're easy, but they're so sticky. And those sticky foods that are on our teeth, those can be hard even with brushing and flossing to get off of our teeth. And you remember in our first video, we had talked about cavities and how cavities form with that sugar on our teeth. So sticky foods like this is going to be something that would be a not so good everyday choice. All right, another one that I have is, this one is a pepper. It's a vegetable. Peppers, what do we think? Healthy everyday choice, not so healthy everyday choice. Nice, yeah, peppers. All right, and these are a great snack that we can eat with lots of different things. Peppers would be something that we put as a good everyday choice for our teeth. Once again, it's that crunchy vegetable that's good and helps to keep our teeth nice and clean. All right, another one that I have here, piece of cake. Not me. Piece of cake. What do we think? Healthy everyday choice or not so healthy everyday choice, Marshall? Cake? Really? But I like cake. I know. Okay, so not a healthy everyday choice, not the best everyday choice for our teeth. All right, so that's our piece of cake. All right, our last few that we have in our basket, just a few more. All right, we have an orange. All right, so we had orange juice earlier, but now we have the fruit, an orange. What do we think about a fruit? This fruit, orange, good everyday choice, not so good everyday choice. Yes. Yes, we put that in our good everyday choice here. It's another fruit that we can get lots of good water from, which is healthy for our teeth. And this one, we know a whole fruit is going to be helpful there too. All right, our last food that we have here in this bag, hopefully you can see in this bag, we have a bag of mixed nuts. All right, mixed nuts here. All right, so these are peanuts and walnuts and almonds. All right, all of these things, mixed nuts. What about these? These are something that we haven't really mentioned yet. What about these? Do we think this is a good everyday choice or a not so good everyday choice? What do we think? Yes, good job, Marsha. I can't fool you. All right, this is a good everyday choice. So our nuts and our seeds are another one of those foods that are found in our protein group that we can get calcium from. So we get our calcium-rich foods from, other food groups would be our dark green leafy vegetables. All right, and we can also get calcium found in another group, our protein group. So our nuts and seeds are going to be things that we can get our good everyday calcium from too. So if we take a look at our 2 teeth that we have here, all right, in our Happy How, we have a rainbow of colors, really, of foods that we could eat that help our teeth to give us calcium and that are just good for our teeth every single day. All right, and then in our sad sow tooth over here, we have a few foods over here that are some good sometimes treats. These are things we may eat sometimes, but these are ones that are not going to be the best ones for our teeth. And if we do have these, we really want to make sure we are brushing and flossing our teeth as soon as we can, as often as we can with these. All right, so give yourselves a round of applause for doing so well. I know you did great at home with that activity. All right, and we want to thank you guys for participating in all of that fun. And I'd love to, wait, Marshall, do you hear that? I think that might be our Delta Dental van pulling up. Let's see what's out there. Let's go ahead and go. Let's see what we have. Come on, Marshall. Nice. So, our lovely Delta Dental van just pulled up. What a fitting time to pull up. And before we head out to go find some more healthy smiles, we just want to thank you all for joining us all of these weeks as we talk about dental health and really bring awareness and importance to Oral Health Month, which is the month of June. All right, we want to thank our partners, Delta Dental of North Carolina, for joining us and partnering with us all of these weeks. And if you are interested in continuing to follow the Poe Center after this week, you're interested in programming or any of the fun and cool things that we have, please continue to check us out at our website, www.pohealth.org. And remember, the Poe Center is, we bring value, we are effective, and we are one of a kind. So we love to continue to hear from you. Check us out, continue on. We're going to go look for some more healthy smiles. We hope to see you next time. Bye.